Some guy on Twitter decided to make AI-generated images of all the presidents in U.S. history with mullets. So we have a full cast of characters from the 80s right now that we're about to react to. Turns out it was something we didn't even know we needed, but it's very entertaining. First up, we have Joe Biden, who we had to show because he actually looks very good in this photo. He looks sprightly and youthful. He looks like...
This is how MSNBC pictures him when they're doing stories on him.
Yes, yeah. This is a glowing depiction of him.
The idealized version of him.
He looks like the edgiest grandpa I probably wish I had. But usually he's asleep, so I think it's nice.
He could be asleep behind those shades.
Yeah,
those are his aviators.
He could be asleep, but honestly, we have to give him credit. He looks not half bad in this image. Then we have Donald Trump, who to me looks like a character from Full House, which was that famous show that had a bunch of basically dad figures in it. And he looks like that type of guy that, you know, you have a friend who shows you an old family photo and say, oh, look how cool my parents were in the 80s. That's kind of what Donald Trump looks like here.
Yeah.
Then we have George W. Bush, who I think looks like Tom Cruise from Top Gun. He's got that little American flag patch on the side, and the hair is very windswept. He looks like he is about to go fly a, very special military plane.
Do they all have aviators? Is that just part of the prompt?
I think they all have aviators.
Okay,
So
right.
I think every single one of this is...
Yeah, that's definitely contributing to the Tom Cruise look.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not opposed. Okay, number 40, Ronald Reagan. First of all, the tan is really overblown here. I know he's from California, but this looks almost spray tan. It's like this leathery skin tone and leathery skin complexion. And he also looks like a professional retro bowler. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Okay, so now we have Richard Nixon.
This is so rough. This is by far the worst portrayal of any of the presidents. Obviously, not a lot of people like Richard Nixon. Had a very unfortunate resignation and scandal that plagued his presidency, and I guess AI also hates him.
Yeah, well, we can notice that, first of all, he doesn't have aviators. The first one to not have that. Can we take a second to appreciate the fact that he appears to be wearing a tie and a button-down shirt with what appears to be the sleeves cut off?
Yeah, is this like a muscle tee dress shirt?
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, the lower teeth are bejeweled. So apparently the AI thinks he has terrible dental hygiene and had to have, I don't know, metal fillers. That's what it looks like. So
yeah, this is...
The wrinkles are outrageous. The ears are outrageous. The bald spots. This is, all in all...
This is quite rough.
This is quite unfortunate.
Yep.
Lyndon B Johnson.
Oh, man.
I kind of dig this vibe. I think he looks like a cross between maybe Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash. He looks like he's sitting on the front porch in Arkansas with a banjo playing Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
And the earring is a nice touch.
Yeah, this is definitely like if he were going to Woodstock instead of sitting in the White House.
Yes. And, I'm sympathetic to that kind of hippie music guy. He's got the beads that look very earthy, and he's connecting with nature and bluegrass music, something like that.
Yep. Oh no, Eisenhower, what?
This is...
Is this supposed to be a mohawk?
This is...
Faux hawk, whatever that is.
and it's like super white. Like, it's like just this...
Yeah, well, I mean, that probably was his hair color, right? That's probably not too far off when he was in office.
I mean, but this is horrendous.
Oh,
this is worse than Nixon.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but at least he's got a more respectable outfit on. Maybe a bow tie or a real tie, I can't quite tell.
Was he this creepy looking?
Oh, no. The teeth have like weird gaps in the middle.
I don't know.
Although, to be fair, I don't know if I've seen a picture of him like smiling with teeth.
I'm just giving my first impression. My first impression, just instinctually, is the guy from The Nightmare Before Christmas, the skeleton.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
The skeleton.
Okay.
That's
yeah, it
kind of...
does give skeleton vibes. That's for sure.
I don't know. Okay, Herbert Hoover. This is giving Thor. This is giving woolly mammoth Thor. Very hairy man.
Yeah, this is got a good flow going. Is it tops of his shades are flat?
Yeah,
kind of strange.
A little spicier version of the sunglasses. Sideburns.
Yep. Okay.
When were sideburns ever in? I would like to know. I don't think I've ever seen them in the modern day.
Oh, Chester A. Arthur has some good sideburns.
Okay, well, I just think we have to stop getting... I mean, I'm glad that our facial hair techniques and styles are a little bit more, I don't know, refined now, maybe a little bit more normal. I don't
think it gets more refined than Chester A. Arthur. Just the name and the look.
I suppose. Okay.
Woodrow Wilson.
As the worst president in history, literally, he was catastrophic for this country, as you well know. Woodrow Wilson deserves everything he's getting in this picture. I mean, the curly, like, Goldilocks hair and the bizarre earrings and this weird...
It's like the white witch kind of ice spike
like
earrings.
tuft of hair. I mean,
so
he looks like a warlock. Like he's going to cast a spell on us. I don't know.
Yeah, that's quite rough.
Okay, now, to your point.
Yes,
Chester A. Arthur. All right, I'm seeing the parallel.
That mustache is even more magnificent than it was in real life. I mean, this is not too far off of what he looked like. Like, the shades are new, the hair is a little bit longer.
Yeah, he looks like one of my uncles who's in a motorcycle gang.
Yeah.
Like, he's about to go to the American Legion for a cigarette and, pull up in his Harley, and I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
I think the mustache is a little bit Monopoly Man.
It is Monopoly Man.
For my taste, I'm really glad that, again, this is what Top Gun normalized and brought back into fashion was the mustache. So all these dudes are trying to pull it off, and it's just not working.
Okay,
So,
but you have to say that the sideburns are working.
yes, no, this is a president. Well, obviously his hair didn't look like this, but if he decided to do this look, he could pull it off.
Yeah.
He is very masterful at the cool hair.
Yeah.
And last, I thought we should do Abraham Lincoln because I think he's one of the greatest presidents of all time, and obviously we revere him for his role in the Civil War, but also what he did to preserve the principles of the American founding. But here, I just think they didn't do him justice. I think he looks like Dracula.
Yeah, well, the first things that jump out to me are, one, the deep V plunging neckline, the extremely long neck, and the weird chain situation, neck chain he's got going on.
Also, that jawline could cut someone.
Yeah, well, you can see why he covered it with a beard. Didn't want to scare people away.
I mean, I know he had a little bit of a gaunt look.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was, I think, on the slender side. He was on the tall side.
Yeah.
But this is like razor thin features, okay? Just a little bit too dramatic. And like I said, I think it's a little vampire-ish.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Well, there you have it. Those are our takes on the AI-generated presidential images. Some of them are cool, some of them are bizarre, some of them are outright scary.
And now we can clearly say, without a doubt, that Woodrow Wilson was the worst-looking president with a mullet. But if you want to know why Woodrow Wilson was the worst, like actually just the worst president, click right here to check out this video.